I pulled some cards, and here are your new moon messages. The first card that came out is the Two of Pentacles. This is a card about balance. This is a card about having multiple priorities and juggling them both. Figuring out when is the appropriate time to give more energy to one thing versus another. That's what this card is about. The second card that came out, and what we might need help with or need to embrace in order to find this balance, is the Hanged Man. This card is about changing your perspective. So instead of looking at a situation in the same lens that you always have, especially a situation that you feel like you're not making progress in, changing how you view it. This notion of what got you here won't get you there, right? So one of the messages that have been coming through to me from Spirit since the lunar eclipse is people counting themselves out of opportunities, right? This notion of not even trying, not even applying, not even putting forth the effort because there's an underlying belief of imposter syndrome, or I don't meet the qualifications, or the paper says that I have to do blah 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 and I haven't yet. Fuck that paper. Like, who cares what that paper says? I feel like Spirit is really screaming this message, and I'm trying to like politely say it, but go for what you know. Do it. Like, just do it. Don't let any of these obstacles, these perceived blockages, this perceived lack, this perceived inability, this perceived I don't meet the qualifications stop you from following the path that your heart is drawn towards, that your soul is drawn toward, that you know you should be walking. Change your perspective. Make your own freaking rules. Also, this card has this notion of relinquishing control, especially control of specific outcomes. So again, if you are in a phase where you're trying to figure out something new, you're going in a new direction and you don't exactly know what that looks like, release the idea that you have a 5-year plan. Release the idea that you're going to do X, Y, and Z to get 1, 2, and 3, and be more open to feeling through the process. Be more open to trusting your intuition. Be more open to going with the flow of life as opposed to this rigid structure that may have got you the degree, that may have got you the job that you have now. Like, it worked for a time and a place. However, you no longer want that thing, right? You already have the degree. You already have the job that you don't want. You're trying to figure out something new. So be open to changing your perspective to that something new, and be mindful that you might have to balance. I'm hearing balance these ideas. Like, the balancing is not necessarily having two different tangible things that you're working towards. It's the balance of these ideas, the balance of what you've been taught and when that is appropriate versus what Spirit is leading you towards, what Spirit is telling you, like, babe, this is what we want you to do for right now. This is the way forward to what you want. If you think about money in a very traditional, I must work, I must put in X hours, and then I will get X dollars, this message is for you. If you think that you have to labor in order to generate income, this message is for you. You do not. You do not. Like, you will be surprised in the ways that opportunity and money will just land in your lap if you change your perspective and you're open to what Spirit is trying to tell you. Spirit is telling you there is an easier way, that there are less blockages, that there are no obstacles, but you won't even consider that path because you're so dead set in what you already know. That is the message. That is the message that's been coming through, again, since the lunar eclipse. So take it and run with it. Happy new moon.